Hi, I'm Eric Burleson, your congressman of Southwest Missouri. You know, Table Rock Lake is the staple of Southwest Missouri and one of the crown jewels of the Ozarks. For many people, it becomes a dream come true to move here and call it their home. However, there are many individuals who have found themselves in a nightmare. For years, the Army Corps of Engineers, the federal body that regulates the lake, gave property owners permission to place septic tanks on Corps land. And in 2011, the Corps reversed this decision and is now forcing these property owners to move the once approved septic tanks off of Corps land. Moving a septic tank is no easy or cheap task. In fact, some of the constituents have determined that it will cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to move their septic system. I had the pleasure of sitting down with some of my constituents who are impacted and gave them the opportunity to tell their story. So first, let's just get an idea of who you are. Tell me about yourselves, your name, and when you all decided to move here.
My name is Deb Mannion, and my husband Tim. We've been coming to this lake for 45 years.
My name is John Wagner. I'm originally from Wisconsin, and I grew up with my dad having a small cabin on a lake in the Northwoods, relocated to the St. Louis area. All those memories that I have from being a kid, I want to share those with my three daughters and my wife. And we found a nice place down here on Table Rock that we plan to get those memories in the future also.
Once you got established here, how did you find out about the agreement that the Corps had with this community?
We found out in our 4th of July homeowners meeting, we had to move our septic.
So give me an idea of the history of the septic tank. How long has it been, as you learned about this, what's the dynamic? How long has it been here? What's been the agreement prior?
To the best of my knowledge, I think that septic tank has been at its location for 45 or 50 years. When it was a resort, and then when the homes all sold off to individuals, it was still there. And when we purchased in 2007, we knew that the septic was on Corps property, and we were leasing it from the Corps, and we were paying a fee every 3 to 5 years and having it inspected. Just a couple of years ago, we found out, oh, by the way, you've got to move your septic.
And that announcement came fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've owned this home for how long?
17 years.
Same thing, 2006, 18 years.
2007 for us.
So nearly 20 years, but in the middle of that time period is when the Corps made their policy change. I believe 2011, is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
And so let's talk about the cost. So, it's not cheap to put in a septic tank brand new, but you've got to do more than put in a septic tank. Will they require you to remove the one that's currently there?
Yes, cave it in, fill it in with dirt, cover it up, and then put a new tank in. Uphill. We've had some bids on it, and $300,000 and on up. Okay, with some bids we were getting. Hey, we're retired. We're on fixed income. This would be a huge burden if you split that 5 ways. It's an enormous burden. It's an enormous burden.
So, Congressman, to add to what Tim said, this is a traditional septic system that lays out here right now. We are landlocked. We don't have room to put a traditional system like that lies out here right now. So in order to move that septic tank 10 feet off of the Corps property, we are going to have to put a non-traditional system that is going to raise that cost even higher. And it's going to tear the place up, which is going to cost more money to put it back to where it was. We're looking at losing a playground, a tree, to fit a non-traditional system up the hill.
So not only are you going to give up hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you're going to give up a shared community space, a playground. And how far into the Corps property is the septic?
The tank right outside here is approximately, part of it's like 3 feet away from the Corps property, and the other one's probably 8 feet.
And it's not like the lake is experiencing any kind of E. coli issues or any environmental issues, right?
No, we've had, through the years, every 5 years, we had soil samples and testing done, making sure we wasn't contaminating, and they know that. So there was nothing wrong.
They know that there's nothing wrong with the septic. That it's not contaminating the lake.
That's right. And if it was, we would be fixing it.
And it's not in the flood level.
That's right.
It's just on their land that they believe belongs to them, maybe not the taxpayer.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I'd love to see exactly what we're talking about. So this is the line they threw us.
This is the core line.
Blue line here.
And right now, the old septic, this there is 1 foot there on this end and probably 10 foot on the other end down there, or we would have to move it probably 10 feet on the other side of the line. Like John was saying, everything flows downhill. So even if you had lateral lines up there and it rains, you're still coming down. So what are we really gaining by moving this septic?
That's a lot of work for 10 feet. If you scroll down and take a look behind us, we're not sitting right on top of the water here.
Right.
We're plenty far back. We have plenty of protective distance here.
I mean, you have a view. You can see the lake, but you're not immediately on it.
No, we are at least probably 30 feet up from that water. Mm-hmm. And, I just think it's uncalled for. And I think something needs to be done. So, but here you go, you see it. That this is the problem. This is the issue. This is the act that they want us to do. There's some laterals right in here, and we're gonna have to change this whole system out to move this, to get this up there, pump it back, maybe possibly take out a nice big tree, take out a playground for the kids, and disturb this earth.
This is your retirement dream.
Yes.
And that one decision by the Corps is ruining your retirement dream.
Absolutely. They've never approached us with, hey, let's talk about this. Mm-hmm. The Corps, I see, if they came out here and talked to us, I see your real problem, what you got here. Okay, and then maybe we could talk, but they just mandated something, and that was the end of that. How do you recover? That's my 401.
Yeah.
I'm spending it for a septic. So
you never anticipated spending your 401k on a septic tank?
Did not.
They were pretty adamant that this is our decision. There is no waivers. There is no more talking about it. We will not give you a waiver. This is our decision. It's final. And we didn't know where else to go at that point.
And how does it feel to have those godlike decisions being made by someone who is not elected?
It's scary, and that's on a minimal level for us. And we still don't seem to get much response when it comes to that. So, I mean, we're trying the best that we can to get by with life and stay out here and enjoy the American dream. Mm-hmm. Well, it's hard to have the American dream when you keep getting wood chips taken out of you constantly, and that axe keeps coming down more and more and more and whittling you away.
So I just think there needs to be some more communication, and everything's so cut. Like, we need help fixing this problem, Congressman. This is a big problem to some of us. We're sharing our story, and we came down here.
It's a life-changing problem.
Yeah, we came down here to enjoy this beautiful country down here, lake, and but now this is going to make it really difficult to do that. The one thing you say, okay, maybe we can just sell it and get out of it. Well, first of all, it's not the right thing to do. I wasn't born and raised like that, and we would have to, if anybody wanted to buy our property, we would have to share that, in 2030, you're not going to be able to go to the bathroom unless we have this cost to go fix it. So it's been a lot of stress on my family, but we don't really have an opportunity to do anything because we would have to disclose our problem to anybody. So it's kind of a scary time for us right now.
Well, thank you for opening up your home. Thanks for inviting us in. Grateful to hear your story and happy to be here.
Thanks so much for giving us your time, coming all the way down here to really see the people's problem down here. And this isn't, I would imagine it's not just our problem, but other people's problems too. And we just greatly thank you for that.
When I was elected to Congress, I was told about this issue along with many other issues with Table Rock Lake. After hearing these concerns, I promised to address these issues. And today, I'm proud to announce that I am fulfilling my promise and will be sponsoring the Table Rock Lake Property Protection Act. This bill will prevent property owners like John, Tim, and Debbie from being forced to remove the septic tanks that they were told that they could build. We need to ensure that the Corps is fair in its practices and ensure that the people's lives are not upended because of a system that is not currently an issue for the lake. If you or anyone else has property on Table Rock Lake and is being forced to remove structures by the Corps, please reach out to our office so that we can assist you in these matters.